Chip Whipple, founder and CEO of C&M Machines. We develop and produce high-tech, highest quality exercise machines. Our innovative, cutting-edge designs focus on the most important aspect of the exercise movement, the lowering or negative stroke. Our motto is negative exercise, positive results. Thank you. This is a squat machine to increase leg size and strength, and it's a negative retrogravitational emphasis, heavily so. What we're going to do is we're going to adjust. We can make the settings do anything, but we're going to set, first of all, the parameters. We're going to set the distance, the angle of the machine. We're going to set the angle of the foot rest, the foot pad, the platform, base platform, the machine itself. Then we're going to set the height and the depth for DJ. And then we're going to set the speed at which it comes down and the speed at which it goes up. Now, my preference, especially for football, but even for bodybuilding training or weight training, is to come down. It comes down slow. Now, 4 or 5 seconds is about all you can go, pushing all out with your quads. With your arms, you can do 8 to 12 seconds. But but pushing all out with your legs, you're just going to gas out. Nobody's going to push that hard, that long, and especially do repetitions that way. Right. So what we want to do, we're going to come down fairly slow at 4 or 5 seconds to lower, pushing. You're going to read your force output on here. And then when you come up, you're going to explode out. And what this is going to give you, it's going to take about 1.5 seconds to get to the top. Mm-hmm. But that's 1.5 seconds of you pushing all out and driving. And this is going to build explosive force, explosive energy. That's what we're after. The downstroke is going to give you that negative to increase muscle size and strength. Coming up is developing explosive force. Then we're going to rotate you down so you're more of a football lineman. Right. And we can adjust the base to suit that. So let's go down with this thing. What position you play, DJ?
D tackle, D end, and running back.
D tackle, D end, and running back. So you don't need a big time lean like an offensive tackle or a center or a guard. You don't need quite as much lean, but we're going to give you a little bit. I'm not going to adjust the pad up quite as much, perpendicular to the machine, because you're going to learn to push like you're pushing off the ground in a defensive position posture. Okay, but you do always run with a forward body lean. So, I'm 66 years old, and it's incredible. I have been able to increase the size, actually significantly increase the size of my calf muscles, working them on this by isolating them and using the balls of my feet on that little piece. Pull up 1 foot, DJ, and let him see that's all we're doing and this piece rotates. It rotates with your leg. I was going to actually angle it, but it's not necessary to do that. You do that with your foot. Okay, put your foot back on there and show how it swivels. So while his weight's on there, it swivels and moves with him. And now to come up and let your heels drift out and as you come up. And you let them come back in as you come down. Mm-hmm. It takes time to learn. There he's doing even better now, doing better. It takes time to really acclimate to the machine, but you'll start to feel those calf muscles really pop.
Yeah, I do.
They'll start to bother you. And then eventually, you start to add weight. I've actually added 2 45-pound plates, and I probably weigh 175, 180 pounds. So. 66 years old. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, DJ, I want you to, in all our exercises, what we try to do is emphasize the lowering part. So you can press up pretty fast. You want to gain explosive force and push it up. Now this, if you did that too hard, you'd go up and bump your head on something. But so what we're going to do is push up fairly fast, and I want you to try to raise your little toe on the outside. That's going to accent the ball of your foot. And you're going to feel it cramp right here on these muscles, okay? So go down and get a stretch. Okay, you feel a stretch? Yeah. Kind of lock your knees when you stretch. You don't want to hurt your knees, but you want to make sure you get a good stretch on that calf muscle. Right. Now when you come up, try to bring your heels up and out there and turn your toes like that. You won't actually be able to But as you now come up, raise up, and turn your heels out, and you no the other way, and turn your toes like this, and that way, like that. Okay.
Right.
You won't be able to notice it, but you'll feel it right here. You feel it cramping there?
Yeah, I do.
Okay? And it's a controlled movement. You always want to try to go down and get a stretch, because a pre-stretch, there's a doctor, Jose Antonio, did a study with birds where he stretched their wings and their breast. I think it grew like 375%, some ridiculous amount. Actually activates another muscle, not the gastrocnemius, which is the calf muscle. Bending your knees actually activates the soleus muscle underneath the calves.
I got you.
And actually, you got pretty good calves. They're high enough to give you a lot of leverage to be able to run fast, but they're still low and full enough to look good.
Thank you.
You know, you got a good balance there.